Hi, my name is Victoria Forte. I am independent and I am not SAG. I don't know if many people will come to my funeral. My parents maybe, my brother and sister, my grandpa, Aunt Zumaine, and maybe Mr. Onlot, my next door neighbor. I've always pictured my funeral in the cemetery where we buried my grandmother. It's got rolling hills that look like green velvet, and statues of God and lesser angels. And then I see the big brown hole in the ground, like a split seam, waiting to swallow what used to be me. I picture my mom wearing a black veiled Jackie O hat, leaning against my father, sobbing. My brother and sister staring at the shine of my coffin and trying to plea bargain with God for all the times they were mean to me. Maybe my hockey team will come. They'd hold lilies to their composure and say, "That Anna." And they'd want to cry, but they wouldn't. There'd be an obituary on page 27 of the newspaper. And maybe Kyle McPhee would see it. He'd come down to the funeral, his face twisted, of all the what-ifs of the girlfriend he never got to have. When I picture the flowers at my funeral, I picture sweet peas, snapdragons, lilies, and sunflowers. I'd hope someone would sing Amazing Grace, not just the famous verse, but all of it. And after the funeral, when the leaves have turned and the snows come, I'll wash over like a tide in the back of someone's mind, hardly there. But at my sister's funeral, everyone would come. The nurses from the hospital that had become our friends, the cancer patients who are still counting their lucky stars, townspeople who helped pay for her treatments. There'd be so many mourners they'd have to turn some away at the gates. And then there'd be a lot of lush funeral baskets. So many, they'd have to give some to charity. The local newspaper would write a story on her short, tragic life, and mark my words, be on the front page. Hi, my name is Victoria Forte. I am independent and I am non-SAG.
And this scene is from The Incredibles. Bon voyage, Mr. Incredible.
And Incredigirl!
Incredigirl?
Aren't you curious how I get around so fast? See, I have these rocket boots, and they're made from...
Go on now. Little oaf.
Can we talk? You always tell people, be true to yourself, but you never say which part of yourself to be true to. Well, I finally figured out who I am, and I'm your ward, Incredigirl.
Now you've officially carried it too far, buddy.
It's because I don't have any powers, isn't it? You know, every hero doesn't have to have powers. You can be super without them. I invented these. I can fly. Can you fly?
Fly home, buddy. I work alone. Yes, and your outfit is ridiculous.
Just give me one chance, and I'll show you. I'll go get the police.
Buddy, don't.
I'll take 1 second, really.
No, stop. There's a